Thanks for checking out Fats Media. I want to talk about Adam22. I'm going to do a quick little video. So now, if you don't know this Instagram, streamer, Jack Dorsey, he was over there at the No Jumper studio being interviewed. Right after being interviewed, he went over to, he was down on Rodeo, and immediately after leaving the studio, he was ran up on, him and his security. He was robbed of his $300,000 chain. They tried to take his AP watch, couldn't get a hold of that in the scuffle. If you want to see the full story breakdown on that, subscribe to the channel and go check the channel. Put the video up right there, or you'll see it at the end of this video. We'll put that video clip there on the screen, and you can click on there. This is going to be a quick one. I want to ask a quick question. Please comment. Do you watch No Jumper? Do you watch No Jumper? Do you support Adam22? Now, I want to talk a little bit about the Bricc Baby situation. So, Adam22, you know Bricc Baby, he worked for No Jumper. I say worked because he's in jail right now, so he can't work. Now, he has recently, the word is that he asked Adam for some money. His family, he still has a family that he has to take care of while he's in jail. He has not received his paycheck. I don't believe he was ever owed a paycheck. I think he got paid for the time that he worked, and then maybe he was expecting some kind of extra pay, and he didn't get it, and he asked for a loan. Adam22 said no, and then he claimed to be the victim, and he went on a rant, and I'm going to play a little bit of that now, and then I just want to talk about do you still watch Adam22, and how do you feel about that? And I want to tell you what I think about No Jumper and where No Jumper is going after this. So this is what Adam said.
See a lot of people saying that 22 is the reason why Bricc got caught up. Fuck out of here. 22, you know what I do. I put people in position. Put them on the podcast, give them jobs, help them make legal money. A lot of the shit that people are getting caught up for is shit, especially with Bricc. It's like, I'm not seeing anything that says anything about stuff that he's done in the last 2 years since he's been fucking with us, right? So, you know, end of the day, I do employ people from the streets. And I guess, you know, people from the streets sometimes get caught up in federal RICO indictments, whatever the fuck this shit is. And all I can say is that, yes, I may crack a joke here and there. I'm sorry, that's just my sick sense of humor. But end of the day, that's my boy. I'm standing with him. Loose, I got love for Loose too. We're going to be documenting this whole thing, helping him along the way, whatever it is. So anybody acting like this is because of No Jumper? No, No Jumper was the antidote to this bullshit.
No Jumper was the antidote to this. No Jumper was the antidote to this. This is what he said. This is a guy that he has a platform where he gets gang members, convicted felons, people who are still in the streets to come over, and these guys are trying to change their lives, some of them, and they're doing the best they can. They're making music, they're starting channels, and then they're being interviewed, and it's okay. If it stops there, then it's all right. But then they get pressed to release or to disclose juicy details and to disclose crimes. And then who falls? Then they fall, and then you get to point the finger and say, I didn't make them do those crimes. Yeah, but you put a spotlight on them, and you knowing how media works, you know media works. Their job is not media, your job is media. You know what happens when people get in front of the cameras. You know how they start embellishing stories, and they start saying things that didn't happen, or saying things that they should have never said. And you're putting them out there, and you're using their content to get clicks, to make money, and then say, hey, I'm not responsible for what they say. Now you have to take some kind of accountability for that. And then Bricc Baby, who's your homie, these are people that stuck with him after the last crew left. And now that I'll tell you what I think No Jumper is going down. I can see the writing in the wall. But let me just finish this point right here. Adam, man, this is insane. This man is a sucker. I don't get this. I don't get how people fall for this. This is insane. I mean, I understand people want to get fame, they want to be interviewed, but to be interviewing people, and there's proof, there's video proof of you pressing people to get details that they shouldn't be saying in front of a camera, and you get them to say it, and then you smile right after, and then you go and say, "Oh yeah," and it's not your fault, and you made millions of dollars off of it. Obviously, millions of dollars. Your property is worth $4 million. The property that you're trying to sell now, that you'll even take a loss at now, because now that everybody's been picked up, you want to start cutting the budget. Now you feel like, oh, I should be more like Vlad. I should have done it like Vlad the whole time. No, you couldn't have done it like Vlad the whole time. Nobody was gonna go and be interviewed by you if you didn't have the support of the people that you had to support by, of the people you had from the beginning, that all of them left you. You can combine the paycheck of every person you have on camera right now. You can combine their paycheck, and probably Joe Budden pays one person as much as all of them combined. That's how much you're ripping these people off. And you're getting an equivalent amount of views, maybe more than Joe Budden's as far as YouTube is concerned. And you definitely use the other platforms a lot more than Joe Budden's does to monetize. I mean, Joe Budden's doesn't bank on the other platforms to monetize as much as you do. But now I can see where No Jumper is going. No Jumper now is crying broke, getting people to donate, getting people to on the streams, getting people to give money, getting people to subscribe, trying to build up that subscriber number. He wants that guaranteed money. And then he's going to shut down the office, and then he's going to get rid of anybody that had any kind of gang affiliation, and no one's going to know where the new office is, except for WAC 100. Because you always need some big bad wolf next to you to protect you from the crazy shit you say. Because if you didn't have him, or you didn't have the other guys you've had in the past, AD and everyone else, you would have already been smacked. It's crazy. Now, if you're wondering why it's so dark in here and why I'm using these lights, this is an honor math Hoffa for the electric bill. I was gonna come with a flashlight and flash in my face, but I said no. I couldn't find a flashlight anyway. I said let me just use these light bars while the studio is being set up. I'm setting up a studio space for this, and please subscribe and follow. Now, let me leave you one of these clips right here. We're talking about Shannon Sharpe in our videos. If you see our channel, we have a lot of Shannon Sharpe. We've been documenting the progression of this lawsuit from when it was initially filed to his response. We're posting videos about this every couple of days. But let me put a clip of Adam22 now that I bring this up with the age difference thing.
As soon as we started really getting into the conversation, she told me she was underage. I'm like, all right, it's a big deal in America. It's like, from her perspective in Canada, not necessarily as big a deal, because, it's legal there. But, I mean, I told her right away. Like,
oh, so in Canada you could have sex under 18?
At 16, I believe.
16, okay.
But I've also, heard from, every Canadian person I ever talked to that's still, looked down upon.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yeah, I mean, that's weird as fuck to me.
Yeah, I never liked that last little line right there. That's weird as fuck to me. I want to know what side he took on, because I can tell what side Vlad was on. Vlad was on the side, yeah, fuck her after she's over 18 if you're a fucking adult. I want to know what side you're on. That's the crazy part. Write in the comments, what do you think of Adam22? What do you think is going to happen to No Jumper? What is No Jumper going to evolve into? I think he's going to completely clean house. He's going to keep all the softer people. He's going to have, not the softer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Not the softer. I'll stop there. The people that are not gang affiliated or that are not committing any criminal activity at all. And he knows who is. That's the funny part. When he had these other people employed, he knew what they were doing, but now he claims he doesn't know a damn thing. He should have been mentoring them, paying them enough money where they wouldn't have to do those kind of things. But, that's neither here nor there. It's already passed. I really do feel he's going to shut down shop. You're going to see how the majority of the cast of these shows were all black, and it was just one light skin there. And I think he's going to change all that around, and there's going to be more light skin and maybe one black person on these shows. And he's going to start drastically changing. He's going to drastically change his target audience, and going to try to, adjust, because I don't know. But write down in the comments what you think, and where do you think Adam22 is taking No Jumper? Are you going to continue supporting and watching this? I have to watch it because I comment on all podcasts. We have a podcast playlist on our channel where we comment on the Joe Budden podcast, Gillian Wallow, Drink Champs, and a couple others. Charlemagne's podcast, Andrew Schultz's podcast, and we're adding more to the list. Write in the comments what podcast we should watch and comment on. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.